This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. We're settling in.
It was a water bottle. It wasn't contraband.
You're right.
Yeah, it was just water.
I also drink water. All right, I admit it. Oh, come at me. All right, we're joining in on what everyone's asking today. I have been on a deep dive, and I'm so glad Steph is here. What is going on with Kate Middleton, huh? Steph, as I said, is here to break everything down. Let me break it down for you if you don't know what's going on. On Sunday, the royal family released this picture of Kate and her 3 kids in honor of Mother's Day in the UK. This was the first official photo of Kate since she went under abdominal surgery almost 2 months ago. But many were quick to notice some major issues. The big thing that stands out is that a part of Charlotte's sleeve of her cardigan is completely missing. Other clothing mishaps, the sleeve of Louis' sweater looks fuzzy and the pattern looks altered. And Kate's zipper looks like it doesn't line up. Sorry about this, my mic is off. Speaking of Kate, her wedding ring is not on her finger. Her other hand looks blurry. So was her hand moving, or was this just another Photoshop fail? Another detail causing a stir are the leaves on the trees in the background. Many say there should not be that many trees in bloom in early March. Look at them with the square on the tree. We got the tree.
How much Adderall? How much Adderall is our society on where people notice this?
No, there's more, Al. After many there is an Adderall problem, though. After many called out these issues, Kate took to X yesterday to clarify what happened, saying, quote, "Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone celebrating had a very happy Mother's Day."
I mean, we could have just had Steph read that.
I know. I was like,
yeah, wanted to use
totally.
I will be doing that at noon.
Okay. The photo has caused tons of speculation about Kate's health. Do we think the royal family shared the image to try and calm the rumors? And did these Photoshop fails actually fuel the conspiracy theories? I'm going to go to Sam real quick because you have some theories. Go ahead.
So these are the theories that are floating around. Okay, and first of all, we all know that London right now is like cold and dead.
It's miserable.
Yeah, there's no greenery.
There's no greenery.
That was the big red flag for me.
For Sammy.
Okay, so the conspiracy theories floating around. Kate is in a coma. God, I hope not. You know, this is all very concerning. That she had plastic surgery. There was a viral X post suggesting that the photo was taken from an old Vogue shoot and then edited back in. So people are just wondering.
You can see here. I mean, look, that is ridiculously
the same.
Similar. I mean, she does have the same face, evidently. So, I mean,
so is the theory here?
This is wild.
Steph, is the theory here she was literally photoshopped into the photograph?
Yes.
She wasn't there with her children, and they photoshopped it in with that Vogue
I do believe
shot.
that's what the general consensus is.
I pray she's okay, you guys.
I do too.
It's very scary. Like, if she's in a coma, if she's not okay,
Yeah. What do you think? Because the royal family, it doesn't seem to be getting a consistent message out here.
Oh, absolutely, Tori. So first of all, as people reading literally the news and reporting on things, if someone says it's raining outside, or someone says it's sunny, we have the duty to look out inside and see for ourselves. But here, there's nothing.
Right.
So let the conspiracy theories roll, shall we?
What are people in London, like your friends, saying?
I think everyone is so confused. First of all, when they said that Kate went into hospital to have abdominal surgery, obviously they were very explicit with King Charles's diagnosis. They said he went in for an enlarged prostate, that they found cancer. So they were very, very clear. With Kate, it's very blurry. There's not been much information. And I actually spoke to some surgeons about this, and they said there's not many procedures that you are in hospital for over 2 weeks for.
Right.
Even if you were to have a hysterectomy, you're out within 48 hours normally.
Right.
Wow.
So
William joined, am I right? Sorry to interrupt you. He came and joined her?
But this is also odd. William was seen going into the building, and remember, Kate came out and did a full press photo shoot a few hours after having birth. No one saw her leave. And they were covering all entrances. No one ever saw Kate leave.
Tell us about that the June event that you mentioned earlier. That is alarming to me.
The June
Something
event.
that she's supposed to show up?
Oh, yes, of course. So there is the Ministry of Defence every year do a really big parade in June, and all the royal family are expected to be on the balcony and have their presence. This entire time, obviously, Kate's name was shown on the list as the working royal family members to attend. She's since been removed.
So she won't be there
in June. So I think the royal family, Kensington Palace, are not helping themselves here whatsoever. I might be eating my words. I don't think Kate took that photo. I don't think she edited that photo. I don't think she sent that tweet. It's all very odd. And she has not been seen in public since Christmas Day.
Do you think she's okay?
No, obvious. No, I don't think she's okay.
And her mom came to join her as well. She said she's to be off royal duties for foreseeing
It said
future.
until Easter. But the odd thing is obviously they released a statement saying that Kate was having surgery. I think they should have kept it quiet if it was going to be something as serious as it is.
Right.
That she would be out of the public eye until Easter. Then this weird image comes up. Then we see William going into hospital, but Kate's never seen out.
Right.
Now we've got pictures or paparazzi pictures where there's a brunette lady in a car with William, but you don't see her face. It's all very
like
weird.
leaving Windsor. This was yesterday, right?
Yeah, but we know nothing. We literally know nothing here.
Wow. The PR kind of got bungled here, huh?
It's a mess.
Got what?
Bungled. Is that not a word?
No,
Yeah, it's
probably is.
definitely a word.
Never heard of it.
Did it get bungled?
Yes.
Okay, I used to write, and I still drink water. Coming up on DBL, we're talking with Marg Helgenberger from CSI Vegas. She's sharing her craziest night in Sin City, and it was super fun to hear. And Christina Applegate and Jamie Lynn Sigler open up about living with MS. Dr. Coley is here to talk about how the disease can impact each person really differently. Thank you, Steph. Stay tuned for YouTube. We'll be in the chat.
What does it mean?
Bungle. Like a screw up, bungle. There's a famous song called Bungle in the Jungle by Jethro Tull.
I don't know that song. I know who Jethro Tull is, but I don't know that song. I've never heard the word
This is a
bungle.
common word.
Do you use bungle all the time?
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
Everyone has except for Sam.
Genevieve hasn't. Genevieve, have you heard the word bungle? She says it like, yeah. What, really?
Where are you from?
Bungle, huh? Now, you thought of a rumor. Now, Al's heard a rumor, so did I, about Kate Middleton. Do you want to share it?
Yes, I didn't hear any rumors, but I think she had a failed BBL.
What is a BBL?
Brazilian butt lift.
I've also heard this.
Very dangerous. I have friends that are surgeons, and they said because there's a lot of blood vessels back there, very dangerous to go to other countries to get that done.
Yeah, you'd think she wouldn't have had that. I've also heard her bangs are growing out. We're making light, but to be honest, I think something serious happened during
Do you really?
Yeah, so my mom had her spleen removed, and they're supposed to take it through the belly button, called laparoscopic, and she crashed on the table, and they cut her open like mash, and they had to take her out, and she was in the hospital for 5 months.
Oh, my
because
goodness.
the spleen kept growing, the hole had sepsis, and it kept growing back. So you have to cut her back open, cut her back, so it was like 7 different times.
Sepsis is nasty.
It's nasty, and you don't get it cut out. And now I'm speculating
Really
here,
dangerous.
but I think something happened during the abdominal surgery. I also want to say abdominable a lot.
Well, don't forget Kanye's mom unfortunately passed away during
Joan Rivers?
Joan Rivers, I think she was having
Vocal
polyps
cord.
removed from her vocal cords.
Yeah, you're right.
Kanye's mom, if memory serves, was she was getting a tummy tuck.
I think you're right.
But surgery is not. I'm just gonna have surgery, and I know there's a lot of most are outpatient, and it's 99% of the time fine. But whenever you go under sedation, bad things can happen.
It's going, and I'm like, oh my God.
Welcome back to DBL. Christina Applegate and Jamie Lynn Sigler spoke to Robin Roberts about their very different experiences with multiple sclerosis. So we've got Dr. Coley here to talk about how MS affects people really differently. But first, we want to hear what Christina had to say. Take a listen.
I live kind of in hell. I'm not out a lot, so this is like a little difficult just for my system. But yeah, of course, the support is wonderful, and I'm really grateful.
We also saw actress Selma Blair at the Vanity Fair Oscars party with her cane. She always comes in, and even if she's stumbling or moving along, it's still amazing to see her represented there. I think she's done an amazing job doing that. Dr. Coley, why is it that these three women are having such different experiences when it comes to MS?
You know, multiple sclerosis is a condition where our immune system attacks our nerves. So if you think about all the nerves and all the things that they do in our body, which nerves get attacked is a big part of what symptoms you have. So if it's your visual nerves, you'll have problems with vision. If it's your motor nerves, you might have weakness, might have to walk with a cane, problems with balance. How severely those nerves are attacked and whether or not they can recover kind of determines the course of the disease. And so people have different timing of their immune flares as well. So they can have a relapsing remitting course where they kind of have peaks and troughs, where they have periods where they're kind of normal, and then periods where the immune system is acting up. They can have a progressive course where things just kind of keep getting worse.
Steep up, yeah.
Yep, it's kind of more downhill. You just never kind of return back to baseline, and then you can have some combination of the two. And then how you respond to treatments is the final piece of it.
So that's my question. What is the treatment for MS, and is there any hope for a cure in the future?
You know, the cure is coming closer and closer, which is great.
Do you
but
think
right
we'll
now,
see it in our lifetime?
Probably not, to be entirely honest.
That's honest.
Yeah. I mean, we're working on stem cells because what happens when the nerves get attacked, damaged, and scarred down is they stop working. It's like kind of frying the cables in your electricity that carry the information. So if you can restore those nerves with stem cells, that could potentially be a cure. Of course, if you can change the immune system's behavior, that could potentially also be a cure. But for now, we basically use treatments what are called disease-modifying treatments. So if the immune system's volume is turned up too high, what do?
Turn it down?
Turn it down. So you give immune modulators and you give immune suppressants, and then you also try to treat the symptoms. If somebody has spasms or problems with bladder function or bowel function, you can treat that as well.
Wow.
We're going to switch gears a little bit because there's a new study out about marijuana saying that it causes or can be linked to heart attacks and strokes. So does this just apply to daily users?
No, and in fact here in Colorado I have a lot of patients who use marijuana recreationally or use it for sleep, for example, every day because they think they're using something natural to get better sleep. And doctors have known this for some time. I'm really glad some of this research is coming to surface because it doesn't matter how much marijuana you used. It didn't even matter, in fact, if you were young or had a history of heart disease or not. Any marijuana use is associated with a higher risk of stroke and of heart disease. Now, the more you use, the more the risk. So there is that dose-dependent relationship with the number of days that you use it. But this was eye-opening for us because we've always talked about tobacco being the enemy. But marijuana is like tobacco 2.0 for some of our youngsters and, you know, many of the people that use it often.
And it doesn't matter how it's consumed, whether it's smoked or edible.
That's right.
What if it's like more CBD than THC? Does that matter?
That does matter. So THC is a stimulant for our sympathetic nervous system. That's our fight or flight response. So if you think about edibles, they're doing the same thing. Smoking is worse, in fact, even than edibles because you're activating inflammation and carbon monoxide as well. But with edibles, you don't know what dose you're getting. And it depends on what's in your tummy. And you think about how it affects your brain. It makes you paranoid. It makes you anxious. So it causes changes directly and indirectly. THC is the one that seems to be sort of more of the bioactive component, but even topical use we're seeing can lead to sort of absorption of some of these substances.
Wow.
So we have to be careful.
Good Lord. I love she's Harvard, MIT educated, and she says tummy. That's my favorite thing about her. Tummy. It can affect your tummy. DBL Nation, follow Dr. Coley on social media at Pyle Coley MD. Also be sure to subscribe to her YouTube page. Plus check out her podcast, Heart of Medicine, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thank you so much, Dr. Coley. Very helpful.
Stop smoking the marijuana. I wanted to say
You
that.
sound so old,
I know.
but you're right.
I'm trying to ease into that rocking
Stop
chair.
smoking the reefer.
Stop smoking it.
Stop smoking the reefer. Coming up on DBL, we're talking with Marg Helgenberger on what lies ahead for her CSI character, Catherine Willows. It's a good one. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Marg Helgenberger has graced our screens for over a decade on the hit show CSI. You might have heard of it. And after returning to her character last year in CSI Vegas, she now has a whole new perspective on her work in the crime lab. Earlier, we spoke with her all about it. Had a great time. Take a look.
Please welcome to DBL Marg Helgenberger.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, before we get to CSI, I know from your Instagram you're a fan of the movie Barbie, and the Oscars were Sunday. So I just wanted to ask you, did you catch and what did you think of the "I'm just Ken" performance?
I laughed from start to finish of that production number. It was just fantastic on every level. Just so tongue-in-cheek and goofy and over the top and hilarious. I mean, Ryan Gosling is one of those, like, who doesn't like Ryan Gosling? He's one of those actors, right? He's so cute and it's like comic chops and wonderful actor. Doesn't take himself seriously. He's just wonderful.
Yeah, he's enough.
Yeah, we enjoyed it too. So CSI Vegas is back for a new season, and they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But can you tell us about the wildest night that you spent?
Come on, Marg. Give it to us, Marg.
This was about quite a few years ago, and Quentin Tarantino, yes, the Quentin Tarantino, directed an episode of CSI back in season 5. It was the season finale. When the show aired, a bunch of us went to Vegas, and a room was rented out, and we all watched as it aired, that particular episode. And meanwhile, he had a few of his posse with him. And one of them, then there was an after party, and which got, I probably have to be, then the after party included RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan.
What?
Yes, and I had a girlfriend with me who joined me for the festivities. We actually rode in Quentin's vehicle, which was featured in Kill Bill. So at the party, it was fun. I got to meet a bunch of, like, one of the Wu-Tang Clan's mother who had been a fan of mine. She was there that night. It was one of those nights where lots of drinks and and, you know.
Good for you, Marg.
Late. It went to like 3 a.m. At least we cut out at 3 a.m. I should have continued on.
Sounds like a fun time. Okay, so thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
You've been playing Catherine Willows for over 14 seasons, and last season we got to see her granddaughter, Hannah. How has being a grandmother changed your character?
Well, you know, I just kind of like thought of because I myself became a grandmother last year in August 1st of 22. Leon Shogo is my grandson's name. He's 19 months old now. He's, oh my God, I'm obsessed. You know, I think it's like all, you know, wisdom. You know, Catherine's much, you know, I think more confident and I guess calm and centered in her personal life as well as her work life, and that extends obviously to her beloved granddaughter. And she hasn't been back this season, but last season it was really fun working with those twin girls. They were adorable.
All right,
you always have to be so spontaneous, you know, with children when you're working with little children.
Well, Marg, I love hearing people's stories about before they got into acting. So before you got into acting, you worked at your father's meatpacking plant. Did this help you play a character who deals with bodies all the time? Very Rocky Balboa.
Totally.
Well, I guess there's some similarities to a corpse and
flesh,
a side of beef. And I had one of my. I did it a few summers because it like helped pay for my tuition at Northwestern, which ain't cheap. But one of my jobs was the official title, but everybody referred to us as I was a boner. I had issued a set of knives and a mesh glove, so I didn't cut the other hand. And one of my jobs was to cut blood clots out of a side of beef that came off on a headrail.
My word.
It was a glamorous job, as you can imagine.
Right.
But honestly, I haven't worked hard as a young person. I worked in the bean fields, the corn fields. I grew up in a small town in Nebraska, and I graduated to meatpacking. I'm not afraid of hard work, and
Good for
I think
you.
that's like really helped me throughout this career. I've sustained a very long career.
Well said.
I like to work, and television, as many of you know, it's long hours.
Yeah. I was on CSI Miami, and I was shot in the boob, and they used me underwater.
So you were a corpse.
And I was a floating corpse, and that's how I got my SAG card.
Yes!
So thank you very much to CSI.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, shot in the boob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marg, thank
Marg's
you
like,
so much.
Can't top that one.
DBL Nation, do not miss CSI Vegas Sundays on CBS and streaming, of course, on Paramount Plus. Thank you again for staying on the case.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out. Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hey Tori, hi DBL Nation. I am super excited to show you all of the deals today. As ever, they're fabulous. So let's go shopping. And I love nothing more than jewelry. So let's start with the good stuff.
Yes.
We have got Savvy C 9-piece gemstone and gold jewelry set. This deal includes 3 necklaces, 3 pendants, 2 bracelets, and 1 pair of earrings, all in a satin drawstring jewelry organizer. Normally, this is $200 $250.
I mean, that's a lot of stuff you're getting.
It is, but we've got it for $25. That's saving 90%, Tori, and I want all of it.
$25 for all of it?
Isn't that amazing? And you get such a nice collection that you can mix and match. So absolutely fabulous.
Perfect. Sold.
I know, give it to me now. Next up is the Bib Home Premium 6-piece Rayon from Bamboo sheet set with short grip straps.
Ooh.
This deal includes 1 flat sheet, 1 fitted sheet, and 4 pillowcases. Normally, this is between $82 to $139.
Kind of normal for sheets.
It's very expensive, isn't it? But
Yeah.
we have it from between $29.99 to $39.99. That's saving 71%. Next up, this is really cozy. We've got the Laura Ashley plush cross-band slippers.
Cute.
This deal includes 1 pair of slippers available in 2 colors and sizes small to XL. Normally, these are $28 for it.
Okay, not bad.
We've got them for $12. That's saving 57%. Our last product today is the Lumina NRG Microcurrent 3-in-1 Anti-Aging Device.
Oh.
Normally this is $325.
Yeah.
We have got it for $79.99. That is saving 75%.
Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even just scan that QR code on screen. It will take you directly to all these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph. We love sharing your comments. This is about Marg Helgenberger.
Ooh.
Sasha wrote, I'm so jealous of Marg. She got to hang out with RZA from Wu-Tang and his mother.
Like Quentin Tarantino. Look at her.
You're right.
Absolutely, and just kind of shows you that all these celebrities that we kind of put in their own boxes, they're all, like we said yesterday, they're fans of each other, and they just want to hang out. Oh, I watch you on CSI. I listen to Wu-Tang Clan. Let's get a drink.
It's so cool. Wu-Tang forever. DBL is new every day. We'll see you same time, same place.